Troy Brown woke up this morning and sort of failed a fitness test, and Jordan Moore-Taylor had travelled not to play but just have some more treatment, so he ended up playing a week earlier than we'd even half hoped he would, and the whole thing was just a real pickle for us. So fortunately the midfield five plus Robbie Simpson was something we'd worked on for at least a couple of days, and they were excellent, and for Ethan and Luke Kroll to go together at the back and play as they did. They only met each other yesterday, and we just kept going. And I think half time was the turning point. We were 2-1 down. We didn't deserve to be 2-1 down. We played some really good football, and yes, they scored 2 goals, so it is about goals. But we just said, look, we just play. You've got to believe in what we do and keep playing. For the next 15-20 minutes, just pass it as often as you can in their half and keep moving, and it'll open up and you'll get something. And you have to. When it really comes to the crunch, we're not in a favourable position in the league. We're 2-1 down away from home against a very strong side, and we just believed it. And that's the point where you either believe it or you don't, and we did today. So I'm very proud of them. I couldn't speak to them after, I was so exhausted, and it sort of just drained a little. Steve spoke to them and thanked them very much, but other than saying thank you to them, I didn't say much at the end. I was just so exhausted.
It's hard to pick a player out on a performance like that, but if I was to pick out someone like Jack Stacey and Jordan Moore-Taylor as well, you mentioned Jordan Moore-Taylor, you weren't even thinking about, listen to your interview pre-match, you were talking about Jordan Moore-Taylor coming back in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and he played the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, he hasn't trained, so he's had 2 weeks. He hasn't trained since the Accrington game, so he's only here to do a bit of gym work this morning and be with he's club captain, so he travelled with us. So he ended up playing. He wasn't physically or mentally probably ready for it, but he stepped into it very nicely. And I mean, Jack Stacey for a debut, that was terrific, and he's got real endurance, so he was suitable for a game like today. But I thought Jake Taylor was magnificent. Robbie Simpson's been ill for the last 11 days. He only ate properly. I think he's lost 5 kilos in the last 10 days. So he was absolutely drained today. So we were up against it from the start. Troy Brown had to come on even though he'd failed the fitness test. It was one of those days where we had to be us. There was no point fudging around. We had to play our football. We scored 3 really good goals, and we just about hung on, and they missed a couple of chances at the end, but through just pressure, and we were us today. I'm really proud of them, and gosh, we needed it.
Real guts at the end as well. You still had plenty of time when Joel Grant, which proved to be the winner, he scored at 67 minutes. So you had a whole 30 minutes still to play. But the team showed real guts at the end, the last 10 minutes, because Colchester, every time they came forward, they looked like they were going to carve out a chance.
Well, it was just that pressure. When more people put you into the box, put players in the box, you end up marking them. It leaves more space outside. It's always that dilemma. Do you go back and mark them, or do you go and stop the ball coming in? It's so hard not to mark people in the box. And that's the problem we had. We were under pressure, but they stuck to it. Bobby Lesnick made some fantastic takes at the end. Well done him. But Piers Sweeney and Troy and Jordan Moore-Taylor, they just stuck at it. And I put Matt Oakley on at the end, just the experienced head to try to just talk them through it. And poor Jake Taylor had to then run around on his own up front. So it was a big day. It's a good, strong side. I'm sure we'll see them later in the season in that top third of the league, and it was a big day for us today, really, really big day. So wonderful support, and we had a lot of travellers here today watching us, and I'm glad for them, because they needed that as much as us. So well done them, and thank you for the trip and the effort they've made.
And a week to get fresh now for another tough encounter against a side that's come down from League One, Crewe.
Well, it's the first time now we've had a week without a game, and I'm absolutely delighted. It's just not fair. It's not fair we have to go through what we've just done for the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's just not fair with sides at our end of the scale with a modest squad. It's just not fair, and we've been particularly hurt this year. So these circumstances, through a bit of luck, but also by that schedule, I'm just looking forward to having, myself included, a break away from it just for a couple of days.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much indeed.